What's up, guys? What's going on? I am on my way to Sephora. Why is the camera moving? I'm on my way to Sephora to get my free gifts for my birthday. Yes! I didn't go pick them up, and I am a VIP. Am I a VIP or a Rouge? Because I knew I was a couple of points away from being Rouge. But either way, I think I get 4 free gifts, and I'm going to get those. But before I pull off, I wanted to talk to y'all about Trisha Paytas. Y'all didn't think I was going to do a video about her so soon, but I was like, somebody left a comment on my last video and said, hey, have you seen her her video where she says she's coming off opioids? And I was like, what? So I had to take a look at that video. And then she did another video where she said, I'm pissed. And it was in regards to Petermonn making a video about her.
This is a person who, like, I don't invite anyone to my house. No.
So when people were asking me to make this video, I went into it, and when I first started watching the video, I was like, I think at this point, it's really hard to watch any Trisha Paytas video of any kind of seriousness and not say to yourself, is she faking this? Is this real? Is it fake? Is it not? I mean, because you don't know, right? And so I went into it, and it was kind of like, okay, if I'm going to watch this, I have to take it 2 different ways. And so I watched it once for like, this is an act. And then I watched it a second time, like, this is serious.
Now, let me just say this before I start talking about the whole opioids thing. I agree with Trisha in the sense of, if you're my friend and I had you in my house, why would you do a video about whether you believe me or not? Why wouldn't you just call me, reach out to me? If we talk so frequently, why are you doing a video about me and monetizing it? So
gross. And the fact that they're monetizing it, right? And so they love this attention, especially fucking Peter. Like, so gross. Like, this is a person who, like, I don't invite anyone to my house. Nobody. I never let anyone know where I live. Like,
so as a friend, why would you do a video about me? If you don't, and then he said in his video, he had to look at the video twice. One as if he believed it, and one as if, you know, he didn't believe it. And I was like, wow. And this is her friend. She had this man in her house. They were sitting on the kitchen. They were sitting on the kitchen floor. So, you know where I live at. You know my phone number. Because if you know where I live at, you know my phone number. Why wouldn't you call me and say, hey, this video looks kind of sketchy. This doesn't look real. What is going on with you? I agree with her being pissed off in that aspect. Now, let's move on to the opioids. Alright, I'm going to give this disclosure. I've never been addicted to drugs. And that's because I have witnessed, experienced, and seen up close and personal what drugs can do to people. I lived on the street from like 16 to 19, almost 20. So I would live any and everywhere just to have a roof over my head. So I've seen what drugs have done to people and how it takes their lives away from them and how they have no control other than trying to get hold of that drug or that next fix. I've witnessed it, I've seen it, and I experienced it through other people, and it's not a pretty picture. And that's one thing I can say that kept me off of it, because watching these people go through what they went through was not pretty. So I see how people would be offended if they thought her coming off opioids was a troll video. I could see how they would be upset. So I had to do some research, and I found these 2 people.
One of the reasons why I couldn't quit opiates was because the withdrawal was so brutal. As I continued to use, my tolerance and my dependence was going up. So what that means is that I needed more just to feel okay, and the withdrawal was happening almost instantly after the drugs were metabolizing in my system. So waking up sick, nauseous, puking, aches, pains, just all these things, it was brutal. And personally, and by the way, if I didn't put this disclaimer in the beginning, here it is now. Like, just so you know, never, ever, 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 ever try to quit opiates on your own. Get a medical detox. I am going to make a video about this. Like,
pills fucked me up. My main drugs of choices were Adderall, Clozapine, and opioids. I did any opiate I could get my hands on. Yes, I did do heroin, but it wasn't on a daily basis. It was really rare that I did heroin. It was just out of desperation because I couldn't get the other stuff. I never shot up. I was never an intravenous drug user. I mostly popped, okay? Not that that really matters, because all in all of it is dangerous, very dangerous. But yeah, from my personal experience, detoxing at home sucks. It is so painful because opiates, they block the receptors in your brain from experiencing pain in general. So when you're coming off of it, you're feeling pain, yes, but it's even more amplified, like to the extreme.
Now, they both said coming off of opioids was very difficult. You don't just lay in the bed. It's dangerous to lay in the bed and detox from this stuff solo. It is very dangerous. And so I understand why people will be upset with her, because it looked like she was laying there with the flu. And this, from what I gather in the research that I did, because I did look at just more than their videos and I did read up on it, when you're withdrawing, you're not going to be thinking about setting up a camera, filming, or talking about eating. You're not, that's not what your mindset is. So my thing is, this is my question, because I'm going to play that what if game. I'm going to play the what if. Let's say she wasn't fully addicted and she wasn't, in her mind, in her world, in her experience, she thinks it's addiction. Maybe she's not fully addicted and she thinks, okay, I take these pills and maybe too frequently, which could be like 2 or 3 times a week. And maybe she's like, I just want to get off of them. And because she's withdrawing from them and they're coming out of her system, maybe she does have flu-like symptoms, because she's not that addicted to them. She hasn't got to the point where it's fully affecting her. Maybe that's where she's at with it. I'm just gonna play the what if game. Now, let me just say this. I'm not advocating for Trisha Paytas, because if that was a troll video, that was very shameful. That was very shameful to use that tactic to redirect the drama that has come your way for various reasons. And I'm also going to say this. Trisha has 1 million subscribers on one channel and 4 million on another channel. Within her subscriber fan base, I guarantee you, there's someone in there who has fought to come off opioids. They know somebody on opioids, or they've witnessed how that whole addiction can alter someone's life. So, of course, by their experience, from their experience looking at her, they're like, this girl gotta be kidding me. You really gonna play this game? This the game you wanna play with us? This is how you wanna play with us? We're not playing. Now, again, I don't know if she spoke out of turn, and I'm not advocating again for Trisha Paytas. A lot of her videos, you really don't know what to believe, but to think that she would go this far would be shameful. Shameful. Or shameless. Like, there's no shame to what you would do, and there's no limit to what you would do, is if this is where you would take the trolling to. It would just be shameful. And it's so disrespectful for those who fought for their lives, or those people out there who have lost people to this addiction. And in that subscription, and let me just say this again, in her subscriber base, fan base, there is someone in there who knows someone who has experienced this fight, who is experiencing this fight, or who is in this fight. So they're not going to play, they're not going to take this lightly. They're not going to say, oh, well, this is just Trisha Paytas. No. You can go too far. You can really push things too far. Now, what do I think personally? I don't know. I can't speak. I don't know, because I've never been addicted to crack, to cocaine, to opioids. I've never been addicted to alcohol. I've never gone through the addiction. And even though my life, the way it was set up, could have been that, actually, my life, the way it was set up, dictated that I was prone or vulnerable to be addicted to something. Through God's grace and His protection, I wasn't. I've lived with people who was on crack. I've lived with people who pop pills. I live with people. I've seen this stuff, and I've seen what it does. I've seen what this stuff does. I don't like not having control. I won't get drunk to where I'm blacking out, because I don't like not having control. But yes, I was around people who was addicted to this stuff, and I saw what a mess it made their lives. So to troll and say, I'm coming off of opioids, and be like so leisurely laying there talking about, oh, I wanted some cereal, but I couldn't go downstairs and give me no cereal. You had the strength to sit up the camera and film and talk so casually. People are like, wait, what? So that's why, if you're questioning why people are so mad, that's why they're so mad. Think about your audience. Think about your audience. People are not going to continue to co-sign on your behavior because it can be offensive to those who are truly in that fight. And that's what you need to understand. Now, I get being pissed at Petermonn. I would be pissed at Petermonn. I would be like, how dare you? You monetized a video about me and you was just in my house. You couldn't call me and say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Is you trolling? And leave it off, leave that off camera. Behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes activity. That's between me and you. You don't like it? Let's just agree to go our separate ways. That's it. Because that's what I would have done if I was Peter. I would have been like, I'm not filming this, and I'm not dealing with her either. Because this is just too disrespectful. I'm not going to deal with her. And I would have called her and told her, look, I don't know what you think you're doing, but this does not look right. And if you coming off opioids for real, how are you mentally capable of setting up a camera and filming and laying in your bed, sniffing like, and talking about you got the chills? Did you research the symptoms of coming off opioids and that's what you feeding us? Because that's what it looks like. That's what I would have said to her if I was Peter on the phone, and then said, you know what? I'm not about I'm not about to engage with this behavior. I'm not about to co-sign anymore on your behavior. It's disrespectful. And I've had enough. And just silently fade out. Nobody had to know what was going on between y'all. Just y'all two. Do I believe Trisha is withdrawing from opioids? From what I researched, I'm gonna be honest. Not likely. No, I don't think she's withdrawing. Do I think she has some issues? Yeah. Do I think she's on pain pills where she thinks she, could get addicted? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she doesn't have a clear understanding what being addicted to opioids is like. Maybe she doesn't understand there is a clear indication between being addicted to something and just something being a habit that you just need to break. There's a habit is easy to break, an addiction is a fight. And I don't think she knows that. Alright guys, I'm going to head to Sephora and I will talk to you guys later.
If you can't get yourself enough help, if you don't see that people love you enough, that they want you to get better, that the people that you're really, really losing as subscribers are not the haters, they're the people that have invested in you and love you and they want you to get help, then do it for at least the subscribers out there that you're being irresponsible to, telling all these people out there that it's okay to detox and cold knuckle yourself off of serious opioids, because it's not.